Explain it. So if you have momentary lapses of bad feeling, does the good feeling offset it? Absolutely. It's whatever you're experiencing majority of your day, your week, your month, your year is what becomes your reality. So a very common thing that I say all the time, you hear other speakers, Bob talks about all the time, don't worry that you're worrying, okay? If you have a couple of worries, you have a couple of doubts, you have a couple of frustrating moments, okay? Don't worry that, oh my God, now I'm creating this monster of something coming in my life, and now you're starting to worry that you just worried. And then tomorrow you just worried because then you just worried again, and it goes in this crazy cycle, okay? Don't do that. That's a vicious cycle to be in that doesn't even have any bearing on what's going on, okay? If you have a couple of momentary doubts and worries and frustrated, maybe even had a whole day of frustration, it's okay. Get back into alignments. Whatever you're experiencing the majority of the time is what you're experiencing in your life, okay? So I hope everyone remembers that. We all have it, okay? Bob has some doubts on what he can do, okay? I have some doubts here and there that comes up. You just keep pressing through it, okay? The big thing is you're going to start to habitually not feel in negative emotion anymore. You won't feel frustrated and angry. It just doesn't happen. I don't know. I see people all the time going around to me. They're always angry. They're always frustrated. They're always doing these things. Things happen where a car pulls out in front of you and somebody gets pissed off and swears. And you just get to a place where nothing matters. These things that are happening around you are just happening. And your emotions are not tied to outside circumstance anymore. You're in control. So the more you practice, the stronger you're going to get and the more you're going to respond. Okay. Some people can't even believe sometimes. I'm like, you're not mad? I'm like, why would I be mad? You don't understand anything of the laws, if they're not studied. Sorry, a great question. He said, what is the difference between wants and desires again? Wants are conscious. Desires are subconscious. I know the word sounds interchangeable. You want something, you desire something. It sounds the same. Okay. We're defining it, though, as wants are conscious. Desires are emotionalized wants. Okay. Hope you feel the difference there. That's why chapter 1, principle number 1 in Think and Grow Rich is not wants, burning wants, burning desires. Emotionalized wants, what you truly want, what you really, really want, like we talk about in lesson 1. Okay, so you said, like, for example, I'm getting better with this, but when challenges happen, I used to panic. But I get back on track much quicker just after a small, stupid, a little bit of worry. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're getting better and better at it. Okay, it just is. It's a habit. That's all it is. Okay, I'm assuming one of your parents probably did the same thing. No, you can tell me if I'm wrong. Of course, it's not always true, but most times, if people panic and kind of challenges and things, it's because their mother or father did as well and they absorb that habit unconsciously. Not a bad thing, it just happens. Okay. Selene said yes. I'm a very, very organized person. My mom's very, very organized. My dad's not as organized, so my brother got some of the habits from my dad. Well, he's improved upon those immensely, and he's very organized now, right? So it doesn't matter what habits you have absorbed unconsciously from parents, society, friends, whatever it is, change it. There's a quote that goes that says, if you're born into poverty, it's not your fault. If you die in poverty, it's absolutely your fault and nobody else's. Okay? So you have the power to change it. You got to do it, though. You got to pay the price. Got to remember that one. Okay. All right. Any other questions out there? Got a couple more things to wrap up here, but any other questions? Okay. Everyone good to go? Oh, John, you got a question. How can you get into the state when having challenges? I believe vivid details to magnify the state. How does it not become a contradiction when physical circumstances are intense, like reaffirming that you do not have X, Y, Z, then affirming you are on the way? How you said find the reasons. I'm not sure exactly. There's a lot of stuff in there, John. But I think how can you get into a state when having challenges? Yeah. Okay. So I think you're asking when you're in intense circumstances, how do you get out of that and start affirming? How do you get into a state opposite of where you are? It's a really good question. Step 1 is define where you want to go. Always. That's why lesson number 1 is goal setting. And lesson number 1, basically in Think and Grow Rich, is burning desire, like I talked about. Step 1, define what you want. Make sure it's abundantly clear. Step 2, find the emotion that you need to embody. Gratitude, ease, relief, all that stuff, positive emotions. And find all the reasons to feel ease. Okay? You find the reasons to feel ease, and therefore you start to be ease. For example, you're in a hell of a situation around money, okay? Money's all over the place. Things are going all crazy because you quit your job and all this stuff's happening, okay? You go on the other side, and instead you say, well, you know what? I'm going to feel ease around money because I choose to. Start there, okay? Not only because I choose to, but I know that money is just a tool. I know it's a form of energy. I know that as soon as I get into a more abundant energy, it doesn't matter what is, I can start to create a better world. So I'm going to feel ease knowing that I do have that understanding. I'm going to feel ease in my belief around Scott, Thinking of Results, and Bob Proctor, knowing that this stuff moves forward in this sort of science, step-by-step direction. I feel ease around money because money does feel good. I feel ease around money because it actually helps me pay for the food on my table and light up my house and have the ceiling over my head. So it's actually a very good thing. Money is my friend. I feel ease because money is my friend, and it's becoming easier and easier to earn money. I feel damn good. I feel damn good around money. I feel damn good around business. I'm getting better and better. Everyone sees it around me. I see it for myself. Things are getting better. I can feel how good this feels, how exhilarating. I'm so grateful to be here in this moment because I know I can help other people out of this experience that I've been through since I've been through it.